Monday, 2024. Listen to what he says when he reads the dates.
Weren't you spending on your dog starting in May of this year? So while you...
That was a lie.
Hey, yo! Here we go again with the lies and misinformation. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but when did a 4 become a 6? Considering the narrative he's framing, I get what he's trying to say. Okay, if you did buy into the narrative, if you didn't have the information that we have provided so far in this video, I get it.
That's why I can beg for money.
What?
I am a relatable spender. I don't have 6 units. My highest one is like...
Okay, I'm a relatable spender too, chat. Donate. There it is. I gotta move soon, chat. I get to beg. I have the right to beg. Saint gave me permission. Saint told me to beg. I guess it's all right, boys. Do it. Donate right now. Do it, chat. Beg the hell out of it. It would prove that I was right, that Saint has a heart of gold. Because that did not age well, did it, chat? Yo, chat. Type 1 if you think that aged well. Type 2 if you're like, man, this stink. This like milk. I maintain hope that, you know, his good side gets to trump over and we get to have a good redemption arc. I think that's possible. I think we just need the incentive.
Who's worse, him or Hassan? Anyways, that's going to be it for this.
What? What the hell? Where did that come from? Is it because of Hassan shocking his dog? What the fuck? He's comparing someone that's going hard, crying, spending thousands and thousands of dollars, even to the point where he had to reach out for support to save their dog's life, to someone who's literally seen on camera abusing their dog. Yeah, I think for the first time ever, I'm going to drop a dislike. Like, I get we want to win and we have to win in this drama game and all this childish middle school bullcrap. But this is just disgusting. This is a line that we're not supposed to cross. There are lines to this game we're not supposed to cross. Yes, business is business. Yes, all that stuff. But there must be lines there must be rules. There are literal rules to war. You know, war, the worst atrocity humans can commit. There's rules to that too. Because we must remain somewhat human even at our worst. You know, some things just cannot be avoided. Some conflict just can't be avoided. I think for the longest time, ever since skullcj was calling out saintontas, I mean, saintontas has taken the, you know, non-confrontational route. That's for sure. But it seems like that time is over. That time is over. saintontas has made a huge response to skullcj. That's right. Yeah. And I don't think that was a smart idea, because I think we all know that skullcj has always been trying so hard to just get some back and forth going on. Because for a long time, some people were saying that skullcj was maybe he's the only one perpetuating and pushing this. But the reality was, maybe, just maybe, the reason why saintontas hasn't been responding, at least directly and as strongly to skullcj, is because maybe that's a confrontation that isn't really necessarily smart to interact with. But it seems that time has passed. And knowing saintontas, there's a good chance he's gonna think this is supposed to be a one-hit KO. Like this, you hit him so that they can't stand up. I think that's maybe what's happening. And we're gonna check this out together. I'm gonna go in as unbiased as possible and as fair as possible, because the reality is it's very hard to listen to what Saint says, because he has been seen recently doing a lot of misinformation, a lot of lies and headcanons, creating literal headcanons to push narratives, to smear the reputation of a lot of beloved creators in the space, which is not a good look at all. I don't think anybody appreciates that stuff. But despite all that, we're going to make sure that we'll be as nuanced as possible, and give this a fair shot. So, referee is here. The debunker is here. So without further ado, let's get active. If you enjoyed this type of content, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell to not miss any updates.
I guess I better go subscribe to VXV Gacha.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I have some sad news to share. Maybe it's sad for somebody else, but not necessarily for me, because I have the opportunity to farm. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is some...
Oh, that's the thing about saying he's farming, we're farming, everybody's farming. It's a farmception. Everybody's eating.
Information that's currently being spread.
Hey, that's me. I look pretty good, don't I? We must admit, I look pretty good, Chad.
Well, spread by one creator in the space, you might be familiar with him, that other CCs have decided to latch onto already. And now we're at the point where people are just openly saying, I'm making fun of dogs getting cancer. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is what's occurring over here. And of course, it's all originating from skullcj, who is known as one of the most reliable narrators in the space. Let me just look up this. All right, how many times has he accused me of view-botting over the past couple of months? All right, we got 1, 2. Is there a third one? Yeah.
Dude, these thumbnails, Jesus Christ.
I guess there's a third one somewhere. It's saying it up here. And so, yeah, we got crazy thumbnails. We got accusations of view-botting. We got basically the most insane accusations anybody can make towards another creator. They're all on here. And so, who could find it necessarily too surprising that now I've been accused of making fun of dogs that have cancer? That's where we're at right now. So, obviously, it's not ending and it keeps going. But this is the thing. I decided now, after this guy has decided to take a bit of a break, right? After he made a video essentially begging his entire viewership for money for his dog.
That's what we were talking about. They just made fun of him like what is he doing? Like he just literally proved, because you called it begging. See, wording is important. When you say begging, you're trying to demonize what that person is doing. You're trying to like make them look like, less than. If that makes any sense. I think that's the best way to go about saying that. But when you say asking for support, make fun of them, yeah, I guess so. But definitely make them look less than, because it's frowned upon socially to beg, right? When you beg, that's some beta stuff, you know what I mean? How do you go about saying that and then the next phrase, like you didn't even wait, the next phrase you contradict exactly what you try to claim that people are just accusing you of? Like, dude.
I decided, hey, why don't we go ahead and actually illuminate some of the details surrounding this situation and actually go over what was said. Because in this video over here, thankfully, due to our AI summary, we don't actually have to watch it. We can figure out exactly where the misinformation is coming from. So let's start from 7:11 to 8:05 so we can hear about the cancer diagnosis. And then let's hear about what he said about me from 9:06 to 9:32, apparently saying that I made fun of it or something like that. So let's go ahead. Let's just listen to those pieces real quick. And, of course, not waste too much time on the other garbage that's in there.
I'm not going to lie, CJ. You should have went ahead and found that clip. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard to keep looking at through the stream. You should have found it. That would have helped you a lot, because now he has free reign to do his saintontas stuff. You got it? You found it? Ah, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we're going to have rounds to this, aren't we?
This video.
I took a break from my channel for about 2.5 months. I would still post here and there, but I was not active, barely streamed, barely did anything. And the reason for that is that my dog, my son, for the last 12 years, was diagnosed with cancer. And it was a very aggressive cancer. And it pretty much sidelined me from everything. It took all my time, all my money, all my energy. And I really didn't even feel like streaming and putting up a face of being happy when, in reality, I was very depressed, right?
Yeah, that's what happens when shit hits the fan. And this is the thing that most people have when shit hits the fan. It's called like a savings account, right? It's called like an emergency fund. It's called like a rainy day fund, right? That's what most responsible adults would have at this.
Bro didn't even show any degree of compassion towards a sick animal. And you're trying to make us be on your side somehow. Like, he didn't even... I was seriously thinking the first thing he was going to respond with, first of all, this is some messed up stuff. And then you just immediately go, oh, this is what's being a responsible adult should be like. What? Trying to like make CJ like an irresponsible person, like to just talk down on them. It's so it's so annoying. It's super obnoxious and just annoying. Like you're not. You know what? I was gonna make a joke based on physicality. I guess, and never mind. Let's not stoop down to levels we have no business stooping down to.
With skullcj, and this was the main point of critique that I had for this guy. And of course, you can see, well, he didn't really take it very well. This is the main point of critique. skullcj, is it really a great look for you to be begging for money from your chat?
Here we go again. Here we go again. Dude, asking for support when things are very hard is what, for the most part, one might argue, society is about. Human beings want to be accepted socially because we all have the survival instinct where we understand that if stuff hits the fan, I get sick, I get injured and something like that, I cannot necessarily help myself. I will need social help for me to get better, for me to have a higher chance at survival. This is a basic human instinct in all of us. What are we trying to say? I don't know what kind of savings a person with as many responsibilities as me is supposed to have, but I've spent close to 12K in the last 4 months alone in just medical bills for my son. That's $12,000 in medical bills in 4 months. CJ may have money, but I know he ain't got that type of money. That's a lot of money, man. Like, I'm sorry, $12,000 in 4 months. That's how much money? 12, 4, that's $3,000 a month. Bro, most people on the planet don't even make that monthly, dude. Jesus Christ.
Begging money from your community when you're on the record just barely 2 months ago.
It's not begging, it's asking for support, which is what society is about. Like, Jesus Christ, like what are we doing? What's the problem? That's what charities do, and those are for good causes. This is a good cause. I've donated, Smack donated, a lot of people donated. That's a good cause. People like to donate and help for good causes. We appreciate CJ. We're very sad to hear what's happening to the animal. In true human being fashion, when you have those two things in one place, typically people support, even monetarily. It's like, dude. Like this entire social construct of just trying to be cold and just strategic and just ignore basic human reflexes. Like, we're just gonna make people these complete robots. Like, we're not supposed to feel bad for someone who's going through a hard time. This reminds me of the whole Riley thing. Of like, when I said Mr. Poke should have at least tried a little better with working with Riley, considering the things that he was going through with his dad's cancer. Like, he could have stayed his hand a little bit and tried to work with him because he really needed that support and really needed that job. A lot of people were like, well, no, that's just society. That's just the thing is. And people forget what it is about being human. This stuff pisses me the hell off. This just pisses me the hell off. You are a human being. We care. We give a shit. Period. And dude, we out there fixing things that ain't even our problem. I work in the police in a high position, or $2,000 a month. $3,000 is a hell of a lot of money. I know, and you're a complete police officer. Jesus Christ, like, what are we talking about? Jesus. So, someone whose dad has cancer should get fired anyway because who cares? That's just society. This person's dog should just die from cancer, and you should go broke and destroying everything in your life, despite you knowing you're going to lose him anyway one day because the dog is old now. Unfortunately, that's just life. You're just fighting really hard. You should do that alone anyway because that's just not the new social thing to do, where we just try to demonize and talk down to classic human reflexes of compassion, of empathy. That's what makes us human, bro. Like, ninjas be over here trying to act so cold. It's so cringe. You're cringe, bro. Y'all are cringe, bro. Stop that shit. Stop it. Just stop. Just stop with all this cold ass shit. You nasty. You just lame. That's some cringe shit. I hate it. I hate it.
Not even 2 months ago. Yeah, basically about 2 months ago, S6 R5ing units on your account. S6ing R5ing units on your account for a video that got about 6K views. Let me show you what the numerical profitability of that video basically is. I've actually got a video that has a similar viewership to, like, length ratio.
What the fuck are we doing over here? Look at, what is this? What are we doing right now? What is this? So what? This is what we're on. Look at him trying to act all cold and cool and like, you know what I'm saying? What is this? Jesus Christ! This is so. Oh my God.
Here we got a video that has about 8K views and it's 23 minutes and 44 seconds. That made about $16. That video made about $16. So I don't know where he's at. Maybe he made like 20 or maybe like 30 bucks off of this one on the higher end. I don't think 20 or 30 bucks covers S6R5 summons. Ladies and gentlemen, Saint from the future over here. I didn't even
What the hell are we talking about?
realize that when it came to the S6R5 summons this guy has been doing across his career, it's more than just the Cyberpunk collab. You can see you got Lupa, you got Zion.
Did I skip stuff? I feel like I skipped something. Anyway, maybe this is just poor editing.
You got Cardathea, Augusta, who else? Camellia. Oh, we got Hiyuki too. Fuck it. Put her in as well. That's a lot of units that this guy has been S6R5.
Yeah.
That's a lot of units that this guy could have simply been getting S0R1 and then saving the money for when it comes to a rainy day fund. He didn't decide to do that. And so now he wants...
Bro, aren't you the same guy who still went and used your Oilers fund for your lawsuit? Shouldn't you also be saving money for a rainy day? Weren't one of your big flexes the fact that you had an Oiler that's going to be funding your lawsuit with Mr. Pokey? Where about your saving funds? What happened to that? So rules for D and not for me? What are we talking about?
Well, to pay his emergency fund for him. So there's even more examples in case he tries to worm his way out of this one. Ladies and gentlemen, Saint from the future over here.
What the hell is this, dude? Oh my God.
I know we were on the topic a lot, right? About this guy, S6R5ing units. S6R5ing units, while also talking about the massive expenses that he has for his dog, that whole sort of situation.
But by the way, he's not omniscient. He's not going to know the future, that his dog is going to get sick one day like that. So life was good. People can do life is good type of things. All right, until tragedy strike. And technically he was ready, because he did spend $12,000 for across 4 months, but that wasn't enough. I want you to think about that for a second, chat. You spent $12K and that still wasn't enough. Jesus Christ! Like, even if you are ready, you're not ready for that. That's just crazy. That's just, what are the doctors doing?
Right? And one thing that I want to focus on over here is this: the fact that he's had Discord messages from all the way back on 6/18 talking about how he's spending thousands of dollars, right?
Yeah.
He's talking about how he's spending thousands of dollars on this dog and their medical expenses. Let me go ahead and redirect you to some of the dates of where this guy's been doing those S6R5 expenditures. June 8th, 2026 is when he was S6R5ing the Cyberpunk characters. But if you spent that last month, weren't you spending on your dog starting in May? Weren't you spending on your dog starting in May of this year? So while you knew you had your expenses with your dog, you were literally S6R5ing characters on stream for $15 while knowing you...
Ooh, that's not a good look. Ooh, that's not a good look, CJ. Maybe you have a gambling addiction.
You were already in the hole thousands of bucks. You put yourself further in the hole, and now you're begging for money from your viewers. You were already in the hole. You already knew he had cancer, and yet you still S6R5 units. And then proceeded to go even further by doing some soy pulls.
Look at him being proud about that. Oh no, I'm crying. Look at him. Look at that smile. Oh no, I'm crying.
As well. So you could go make, I don't know, since that last one was like 20 bucks, is this like 10? This isn't a great look, is it?
Nah,
the begging is not a great look either. Because even though he knows he has a ton of expenses lying ahead, he's so financially irresponsible, he was still S6R5ing characters, and now he's still begging for money. You are not paying for his dog's treatment. You're not paying for that. Guys, you are paying for his gambling addiction. He's begging you to fuel his gambling addiction, not his dog's expenses. And this is pretty much all the proof you need. But this is the type of investment decision that this guy is making. He is going ahead and spending exorbitant amounts of money. Let's just see how much asterite this guy has when he's going into it. I need to see over here. Oh, God. Yeah, you can... Okay, well, you can see him topping up right there. Woo!
People saying that message was 2024? No, I think it's 2026. Am I crazy? Yes, 26.
Ooh, that's a lot of Lunite, brother. Oh, that's a lot of loot. Hey, wait. So this is the guy that...
Man used an image from 2024, said it was this year, while showing the date was 2024. Go back. Monday, 2024. Listen to what he says when he reads the dates. Okay.
Weren't you spending on your dog starting in May of this year? So while you...
Hey, yo! Hey, yo! We're just trying hard. Here we go again with the lies and misinformation. What the hell? What? Okay, I don't know about you guys, but when did the 4 become a 6? When did the 4 become a 6? Yeah, he tried to sneak one on us there, chat. Nice catch, chat. Nice catch. Yeah, that almost went in our ears, man. Nice catch. But hold on. There's one... Okay, wait. All right. So, this is when CJ... This is the only message of CJ saying, I have issues with... my dog has issues. Right? Damn, chat, y'all got sharp eyes. Hey, Mayumi, you gotta know, I'm a bit of a debunker, and chat is a hell of a debunker. I'm learning from chat. Chat teaches me. So, going over here, this is where he says May. And the 2 months ago video that he showed is the Cyberpunk one. No, this is July 31st. And then he shows one, the one from June. I think he shows the one from June. Where is it? There it is. He shows this one from June. But I guess before this, you didn't tell anybody about that. So it's in your announcement in your Discord. So we have, this is in May 20, 2026. This time we are sure this is 2026. Guys, I won't be streaming the rest of the week. My son needs emergency surgery, so I won't have time nor the mental state for that. Please keep him in your prayers. Little buddy in my life. Appreciate any help is appreciated. All right. This one is May 21st. Kimbo is going through surgery right now, guys. Keep him in your prayers. Aw. All right, this is him out of the surgery. Kimbo is out of surgery, and the surgery went well. Now we wait for the results of the exams of the mass they extracted and the extreme aftercare. I can't post more detailed pictures as it is very graphic. He is under heavy anesthesia and loopy, but says thank you guys for the kind vibes and wishes. I will keep you updated for now. He spent the night in the vet extensive care. This is May 22nd, the next day. Kimbo's coming home today after surgery and a day and night in intensive care. He's a very good and strong boy. He's so adorable. You know what? This warms my heart, man. This warms my heart. And this is on 14th of July. Sorry to hit you guys with the news so early, but I have to share it with you guys only so you know what's going on, because this might be genuinely the first time I ever says to help me out. Today I was informed of taking Kimbo for a second biopsy of the mass. I guess this is when the video came out. So going back here, it was on the 21st of May this year. And this was when this video hit. And around that time, was there any pull videos from CJ? Because there is one on May 21st, which is, because here's the thing, we're gonna have to look at what Saint is saying. Saint is saying that on May 20, 2026, which is May 20, 2026, you have started seeing issues with good old Kimbo. There's Hayuki and Cyberpunk pulls for S6 R5. Okay. So, yeah, that was, I think, around that time. So, did you pull already then this started? Or this started then you pulled? Because I think what Saint is saying here is still kind of clicks because it is May. Obviously not the screenshots he showed on screen, which I guess his editor is just stupid. I think his editor is just low-key just freaking stupid. I don't know who the hell this thing is. This guy is, or like these dude, I'm not gonna lie, these glue guys Saint have should just all be replaced. Like, they're just terrible at what they do. They're not even good, because Saint is so used to twisting things that he's like, whatever you bring me I can just use. But this is just bad. Like, it's not even, I think people just woke up from that stuff. Bro, I didn't spend $1 for those S6 R5. Oh, so you had them saved all this time? Jesus Christ. So you just had stuff in your account you just pulled? No, they were gifted to me. So you had people gifting you so that you can do the pulls. Okay. Well, that works. Most of the currency was gifted on the video Saint chose. And of course, I'm going to assume we're just not going to mention that, right? Yeah, we're just not going to mention that, right? He has someone that does all his SR5 pulls. Man, you got to show me who that is. Can you hook a ninja up? Can you hook a brother up? So anyway, I guess it is confirmed that we're just spewing misinformation. We're just literally reading dates wrong. We're reading numbers wrong just to spew misinformation and once again continue the smear campaign. Yeah, this is not looking like it's going to be the one-hit KO he thinks it's going to be, unfortunately. Yeah, tough.
You're topping up right there. Woo! That's a lot of lootite, brother. Oh, that's a lot of loot. Hey, wait. So this is the guy that was begging his community for money for his dog's medical treatment. This is the thing, right? I could totally understand it. Actually, I can't. I don't understand how you're begging for money when you're wailing on the fucking game. Are you Tuhu Sniper? Are you the next Tuhu Sniper, the god of beggars, where Tuhu Sniper was also a guy who's S6R5 units for content on his channel. Then he lost his job and went broke, and then started begging everybody in the space for money. Then, now he's working at Uber Eats. And he's bragging about working at Uber Eats. Flexing on them hoes with his $8 an hour or some shit like that. I don't fucking know what it is. That's what you are. You're an S6R5 puller, spending thousands of dollars on these units, and then you're, within a month, going into financial troubles because that's just how life occurs, and now you're begging your community for money. That was my take. And so obviously, you can see over here, the dog isn't involved at all. Because you can replace a dog having cancer with anything. Bro, my fucking toilet exploded. My plumbing went crazy. My car got scratched, like whatever. And so now I need to pay $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to go fix it. That is a normal expense that adults have, and that's why they have an emergency fund, because that's what happens. Shit happens. Yes. And you might just need to drop 3, 4, 5K out of the blue. And so instead of paying for your dog's cancer, you paid for S6R5 units because you prioritize them first because you're a fucking retard.
Okay, so basically he's doing this with missing information. He's lying by omission. What Saint is doing here is lying by omission. He's not providing you all the data you need to really make an informed take on the matter. The data that CJ shows is very important. Of people are actually just donating money so that you pull. They want that entertainment out of you, right? I'm paying money to watch my favorite creator pull on the characters that he pulls for, because CJ is known to put to S6R5 characters. So he has a community that wants to keep seeing that, and they're willing to financially support him so that he is able to do that. So yeah, so we're just lying again. Well, unfortunately, is there more of this? Jesus Christ! Like we're still gonna keep going.
That's why you didn't have money for your dog's cancer treatment. You were S6R5 units with money you didn't have, and now you're out here begging your community for money in videos, bro. You're out here begging your community for money after you wasted all of it S6R5 units for videos that don't make money. And that's not a great look, is it? And obviously, I didn't talk about his dog.
Well, sometimes you have to make content just for the sake of the OGs. You know what I mean? It's just for the OGs.
At all. But let's listen over here, right? Let's just listen.
Can't betray them,
bit, right? Surely there's more.
And the very next thing I know is saintontas is making fun of it. He's diminishing the whole situation and pretty much using it to farm engagement and make himself seem like a badass. He's making fun.
Did I make a video on this guy's dog dying?
Of the fact that my dog has cancer.
And I never made fun of the fact this guy's dog has cancer.
Yeah, we need that clip. I'll be real. That clip needs to be found. Because I've seen something similar. I remember being sent that clip maybe, but I can't. I have a vague. I can barely remember it.
This guy's dog shit financial planning decisions, where he's S6R5 in characters for a video that makes about $20, spending thousands of dollars, and so now he has no money for his dog's cancer treatments.
Pretty much saying that I am begging my community for money.
Because you spent all of it on gacha characters. You spent all of your money that should have been saved for your dog's cancer treatment on gacha characters, and now you're begging for that money from your community.
Well, it turns out that's just wrong. It turns out this is a damn lie. It turns out this is just lies, man. We're just lying. We're just lying by omission. He knows that too, because he read 2024. He could literally see it in the video, maybe. It's literally right here in the summons. Like, this is a... Bro, like, what happened to Saint? Like, Saint used to be the one to do the research and stuff. I feel like I'm the old saintontas. I feel like I'm the one that's, like, providing all the information and stuff for people to make educated takes on topics. What the hell?
That's literally what's happening. If you weren't spending the money here, you'd have it for your dog's cancer treatment. You spent it all here, and now you don't have any for your dog. And so now you were in this video begging for money for your dog because you spent it all on gacha characters. That is the facts of the situation. And this is the thing. skullcj is not comfortable with facts. That's why he's just out here lying in this video, and that's why he's been out here lying in so many videos in the past. Because facts don't matter to this guy. He just makes...
I feel like he's just talking about himself right now. The new self. He didn't used to be this way, but now he is.
Make shit up. That's his debate strategy. The insane one of just make fucking shit up.
He's using a dog having cancer as
The
a
pot
way-
calling the kettle black. Yeah, it's kind of like that.
No, you're using your dog's cancer as a way to farm engagement. You made a fucking video about it and then begged for money. I don't know what that is other than trying to farm engagement using your dog's cancer. Like, you literally made a video then begged people for money. Because now, guys, do you want the full proof? I've got the literal clip over here, ladies and gentlemen.
They stay chills you all right now? Oh, don't worry about me.
Of what I actually said. Are you ready for this one? This is actually from...
Oh, here's the clip.
About 3 weeks ago, July 29, 2026. And this is where, ladies and gentlemen, I talk about the skullcj situation. Let's see how much I talked about this guy's dog and whether or not I made fun of it. Somebody mentions your name in my chat, Skull, and so we talk a bit about you. Where is skullcj ranked? That dude's life is like a fucking mess, bro. Like, bro, yeah, you apparently posted like some update video like begging people for money. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, hey. Sometimes stuff happens, doesn't it? Maybe you should have been spending your time on YouTube making videos that could be monetized instead of sexually harassing me and making videos that YouTube themselves demonetizes because...
We're still with the harassment? He's still saying that? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, dude.
What are you doing?
I don't like to say this, but I kind of have to. This is some pussy shit. This is some beta-ass pussy shit, bro. What do you know about harassment? I know a lot of women are looking at this right now going, what the fuck are you on about? You want to know what harassment is? I'll let you know about what harassment is, bucko. What the fuck? Bro, what? This is not... Dude, like, this is... Like, nice attempt. Yeah, skullcj should still calm down. I'm still on that hill. He should have... He definitely went a little too hard there. Hey, CJ, look, he did go a little too hard there. We all gotta admit it. But this doesn't fit what a lot of people think of when they hear the term harassment. That's just not... Well, you know, I'm just not trying to say the first one. But yeah. S-harassment is just... that's a big term. Like, when you combo those words... One could say this could be a degree of harassment. Yeah, he's been harassing me on YouTube. YouTube told us to mass report. Right? That's what happens. Yeah, sure, whatever. But when you combine S and the harassment, like, I'm sorry, but this doesn't fit it at all. When I hear S harassment, this is not what I think of. This is not what I think of. I've seen real S harassment. I've seen the damage real S harassment does to people. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that. So, like, let's not degrade a particular act and by proxy make victims of actual real S harassment be less than. All right, because this doesn't fit it.
Because it's so sexually explicit in content. And spending an entire 2 months doing that, making $0, and now you're begging people for money, it's an odd look. It's a rough look. Then how is he S6ing every character? If a guy's S6ing a bunch of units and then seen begging for money afterwards, I assume he's lying. So whatever's in his video, if you're on the record S6ing units on the regular and now you're suddenly broke and begging for money, I don't know. It sounds like a scam. I don't really know. I'm
not gonna lie. It is conflicting information. Like, no one can deny that. Like it's easy for Saint's narrative to click for a lot of people. A lot of people will say, even if the viewers want you to do that, that is money poorly spent considering the situation at hand. Like, I get we're nerds, I get we're geeks, I get we want to see the entertainment and everything, but sometimes stuff get real where we have to acknowledge that, okay, maybe this is not the time for this, boys, this is time for the serious stuff. My situation takes precedent over the entertainment. All right? The fact that it's public, it's easy to create this narrative. Yeah, if CJ put money in, but he didn't. Still, I get it. And that is why CJ comes off, more on the okay side. But for the most part, what a lot of, I'll call them unks, a lot of grandpas, a lot of, parent-like attitude having individuals will look at this that are more on the responsible side. I guess what I'm really trying to say. People that are more on the responsible side will look at that and go, oh geez, man. Maybe it's not the time for that. Maybe it's time to, maybe ask the people that are willing to dono in the game. Like, look, chat, don't do that, please. If you could, just put it. There's the link. We really could do that there. That's it. I think that's very helpful because here's the thing. Money is an incredibly touchy subject. It is, whether we like it or not. It is incredibly touchy. People be acting hella weird the moment money is involved. And we all know, chat, type 1 if you know what I'm talking about, type 2 if you don't know what I'm talking about. When money is involved, people be just, the entire dynamic of conversations, of how they feel like, of how the interaction goes, changes drastically. And because of that, and because of the conversation we're having right now, it is very hard for a lot of people to look at this and go, you know what, this was the best thing to do, considering the gravity of the situation. You know what I mean? So, whilst yes, considering people's will of how they wanted their money to be spent, you can just provide them with the entertainment they want. And one might argue that's a bit of a W because you still got up despite everything bad that was happening in your life and still got up to try and bring smiles and entertainment to your community. I can applaud that because I'm a creator. I know exactly. I have a feel. I know how sometimes it can be very hard to get up and smile and through the camera and be entertaining to people that, have the means and just don't have the same issues as you, are just looking for entertainment and stuff like that. I get it. I do. But considering that you have ops like this one, I don't think that was the best of ideas. PR speaking, you just gave Saint this bullet. I'll be real. You just gave him this bullet. This was a bullet in his chamber given for free. Let me ask you a question. If I donate $100 to you via Astrites, and can you do dono them in cash, and I drop them in Astrites again, would you get mad and throw away the Astrites or accept them happily? You will accept the Astrites, of course, but still, the fact is, you kind of need it like that, You know what I mean? See, I'm a streamer. I understand. You gotta understand, CJ. As a streamer, I get it. But see, not everybody's a streamer. Not everybody is gonna understand the position you're in. I can easily relate to you. Most people will not. And for the most part, the responsible adult thing to do is to kind of like stop that, do the responsible adult thing, which is chat, stop, please. This is, this is not how we're supposed to do this. You're gonna be like, hey, gotta be like firmer. There it is. This is the term. You gotta be firmer about that. No, is what I was trying to say. But I get it. I do. Like, for me, this isn't necessarily a bad thing you did. But from a more responsible adult standpoint, yeah, a lot of people can look at this and go, yeah, no. Any normal person with a normal frontal lobe understands that situation. Like I said, normies, we get it. People that are more on the responsible side, they'll give you, they'll shoot at you with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like guys, don't be out as a CC. This is my personal take. Don't S6 units, then later beg for money. At least make it at least 5 years in between. I don't think within the same calendar year you're allowed to S6 a unit and then beg your community for money. Is that fair to say? Maybe he didn't know how a credit card worked, and he was like,
By the way, CJ, I think that's a problem I would love to have. By the problem, I mean getting donations in places I don't want. God forbid I get a pet and he gets sick. God forbid. I don't envy you there, brother. But I would love to have the problem of, yo, chat, can you just donate to here instead of here? I'd really, that's too much, man. That's too much. Like, what am I? This support is too much. Damn, fuck. Suffering from success. Yeah, there it is. I would love to suffer from success too, man. Jeez. Hey, yo, chat, hold on to them donos, man. Hold on to them donos. I gotta move soon, chat. I gotta move soon. All right, don't donate in woo, all right, chat. Be careful. Oh man. Hey, shouts out to the donos, man. I really appreciate it. I know it's it's not like hundreds of doubloons, but I still appreciate it. It helps me tremendously. It brings a lot of light in my life, man. I really appreciate it.
wait, my credit limit is $20,000. Did they just give me $20K for free? So I can just buy $20K worth of stuff, right? I'll never have to pay it back. I feel like skullcj is the type of guy that would have done that. It seems like it. I don't know. Because, like, why are you S6ing units, then suddenly you got a money problem, and now you're begging your community for money later? Bro, you can't be doing that after you on the record S6ing multiple units. That's why I can beg for money.
What? Huh? Wait, what? Where the hell did that come from?
Because you don't really actually see me. Guys, the amount of money I spend on this game is like most adults, if not all of them, could afford what I spend on the game.
Okay, so rules for thee and not for me. All right, great.
Like, I am a relatable spender.
I see what he's trying to say. Sure. Considering the narrative he's framing, I get what he's trying to say. Okay. If you did buy into the narrative, if you didn't have the information that we have provided so far in this video, I get it.
I am a relatable spender. I don't have 6 units. My highest one is like...
Okay, I'm a relatable spender too, chat. Donate. There it is. I gotta move soon, chat. I gotta move soon. Daddy gotta eat. Where's my donos? Where my donos, chat? What? I get to beg. I have the right to beg. Saint gave me permission. Saint told me to beg. I guess it's all right, boys. Do it. Donate right now. Do it, chat. Beg the hell out of...
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Oh, man.
Fucking S4 Carolina.
Jesus Christ.
She doesn't really count. But it's like BP monthly and then PAX once in a while. That's... In 2026, most people that can afford a hobby that they spend money on, it's a cheap hobby. Hobbies can get a lot more expensive than this. A lot more expensive. Like, bro, go introduce somebody to Warhammer, 40K, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Saint plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Hey, yo, Saint. How about we just... Listen. Hey, yo, Rival Extras. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for being relatable to a peasant like me, V. You know us. You know what, Rivals? We peasants can recognize each other, and, we gotta stand up for one another. You know what I mean? We gotta stand up for one another. We gotta make sure the peasant representation is strong. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of games are more expensive than what I'm spending on stuff. And that's where we go. Did I mention this dude's dog a single time?
Well, you did make fun of the situation. Because I feel like this reminds me of the girl that passed because of the bullying. It reminds me a bit of that. Like, sometimes there's certain situations where the best thing you can say is the little compassionate, and you just move on. Like, just don't harp on it. Don't talk about it. Don't do drama crap. Don't do nothing. You just say the bare minimum. You be empathetic and compassionate, and you just move on, bro. I think that would have been the best response. Saint's stream today he made was disgusting. Let me guess. There's more back and forth? Ah, Jesus Christ.
Did I mention this dude, this slimy little mutt's dog, a single time? Or is he actually weaponizing his dog's cancer to farm engagement? The guy who's on the record begging money for his dog's cancer is now lying about what I said about it to farm engagement. Because this is the thing, guys. This guy is desperate for money. It's obvious. He's probably really close to being a future
CJ's got businesses going on. Like, CJ isn't reliant on this. I think this is like, you know, it's like that small little thing. Like, it's that small boost. But it's not what... This is like his... you know how your weekly gives you like that one pull? This is like the weeklies for CJ. This give you that one pull and that's it. Exactly, there's a reason I didn't take it seriously. Yeah, it's like this isn't what he relies on. Like, for me personally, like this is more of a hobby, because when I look at how much you can make from this, by the way, besides the donos and sponsors, I typically don't make anything, because YouTube, like I don't necessarily can get paid from YouTube. So for the most part, like I just rely on my job. I work hard. I do what I need to do. I support myself. And that's it. If I can get any support, it means I can have a breath of fresh air where thanks to you guys, I managed to save enough money to finally see my family after 3 years. I couldn't do that before. But through you guys and your support, we managed to get sponsors. They helped me out. And I could finally be able to afford going back home and visiting my mother, my cats, you know, see a bit of family, and yeah. But besides that, that's not what necessarily sustaining me after my phone broke and I had to get a new phone. Well, that was my savings. Now I have to move. I got to break open my savings. Stuff like that. You know what I mean? But of course, there's the drawback of you don't have much social life. Considering my job and stuff like that, I don't have the means to, like, for example, have a social life, go outside, try things, move around, you know, check out new places, stuff like that. I can't afford to do that. So like, you can't eat the best food, stuff like that. But I still like to spend money on the essentials. I try to eat as healthy as possible in a budget. I try to get you know, protein shakes, protein powder and stuff like that, you know, to help me with my health. Yeah, there it is, man. I think that's the way you go about doing things. And I think this is something a lot of people are going through right now. Like, I feel like this is the classic normal adult life. Saintontas, the type of to say V abandoned his family for 3 years after your comments. In before V's a failure title. I'm not a failure. I think I'm as normal as I can be. Actually, this is maybe a sign that you should be careful what you wish for, because I remember being a kid and I've been a very odd person, and I always used to wish when I was a kid to just be normal. My wish was granted. I'm as normal as it can be. I have the normal person life. That's it. Like, I'm as normal, as vanilla of a lifestyle as I can have. The only thing that makes it spicy is you guys. I'm not gonna lie. This is the best hobby. This is the best time I have in a day. It's this. This is my favorite hobby. That's it. It's going to be past homeless or something. He used that card today. So, well, I did have to move to a new continent. Like, what do you want me to do? I'm starting from scratch. I'm rebuilding my life from the ground up. It's like, damn.
future homeless. And one of the reasons why he's desperate for money is that he spent all of it on gacha characters instead of, I don't know, literally anything else. And now the end result is that his dog got cancer. Apparently. I still don't know for sure. His dog got cancer, and now he's trying to weaponize it for more views.
Repeat of the headcanon. I'm not sure if this is a headcanon, because I'm not gonna lie, I have noticed for quite some time now the people that collect the glue and information for saintontas have been slacking. Them boys need to be replaced. They are not doing a good job. They do not gather all the information they need. I think all they do is they find information and they're like, okay, we found this, which means you can say this. They're like, all right, bet. And they just start spewing nonsense. Even though there's information out there that really changes the narrative. Context, that's very important. But we're not looking for that because we're just trying to, you know, get a cook, get a dunk. You know what I'm saying? Blah.
Because obviously, I didn't say shit about this guy's dog. I didn't say shit. I said shit about his horrifyingly irresponsible spending habits that has led him into a dire financial situation. And I think that's a perfectly fine thing to do. especially knowing that this guy was spending months of his career just making YouTube videos for free for the sole purpose of sexually harassing me. And now this guy's in financial trouble. Of course, I'm not going to lend him an olive branch or feel very good about him. If anything, the only thing I can say is, man, actions have consequences, don't they? And if you were more responsible with your money, if you were more responsible with your YouTube channel, if you weren't spending thousands of dollars on videos that make 16 or 20 bucks, maybe you wouldn't need to be begging the space for money to cover your poor spending habits.
You know, if you ask me, if I were Saint, this is what I would do. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chad, but I think this is the best cook Saint could have done. Listen up. You know what? Despite everything you've done, despite all the bullshit you came at me with, here's me donating. Because even though you're a dumbass, let me help you out. Because I don't think this poor little creature needs to suffer because of your dumbassery. Boom. Jesus Christ. The Aura Farm. The Aura Farm. Oh, man. And look at that. Like, I was still talking shit. Like, you are still in frame. You are still in frame, bro. You maintain the frame that Saint wants to keep. And you just hit him. You just hit him where it hurts. And also, you know what that will do? It would prove that I was right, that Saint has a heart of gold. Because that shit did not age well, did it, Chad? Yo, Chad. Type 1 if you think that shit aged well. Type 2 if you're like, man, this shit stink. This shit like milk. This shit nasty now, man. This shit rotten. Yeah, that shit did not age well, Chad. That's just I maintain hope that, you know, his good side gets to trump over and we get to have a good redemption arc. I think that's possible. I think we just need the incentive. I'm the VXV guy. Wait, I just noticed myself in chat. I believe CJ is a mod for that VXV guy's stream. Yo, CJ, turns out you're my mod, bitch. Dude, people are just spewing misinformation on chat too. Oh, by the way, this is the return of the VXV guy. Fox Soul used to call me that. Fox Soul used to call me the VXV guy. Well, I guess I'm back, Chad. We are back to being the VXV guy. We're so back. That Kazahama guy. Shouts out to Kazahana, man. I miss Kazahana. Jeez, we need Kazahana back in the gacha space.
Because this is what's going on right now. You worded this video to where people are spending money for your dog's cancer treatment. No, you already spent money on the dog's cancer treatment. These people are pulling or spending money or are donating money for your S6R5 pulls. Because you spent money for your dog's cancer treatment on these characters. So that treatment's already been spent. The people that are donating right now, they're donating for your pulls. Isn't that embarrassing? Because that money's already spent. And you spent it all on fucking gacha games. And now you're asking responsible adults, other people, to cover your inability to budget like a normal person. This should be a wake-up call. This should have been a wake-up call. For you to get your life together, to get a job, to go do something like that, finally do something productive with your life. This should have been the wake-up call. But instead, you go back to exactly what you've been doing before. The exact thing that got you into this disgusting situation. The same exact thing that got you into this situation. You're just doing it again. And so at this point, I truly just do think there's no hope. What else can you do as a creator when your video about me gets more views than an actual mental breakdown from your end, where you're trying to farm sympathy? Because that's kind of what this is at this point. If you're weaponizing your dog's cancer to spread lies and misinformation.
Those are big words, man. These are big words. Yeah, I can see why CJ is not going to let you off the hook now. Oh, you got CJ now for life. Oh, yeah. CJ is going to be like a cancer on your back, dude. Good luck. Oh. This is bad. This is bad. We're trying to frame it as like I'm weaponizing it. Ooh. This is bad. This is really bad.
Information about me, then I do think you were using your dog's cancer to farm sympathy, because you're clearly going to use it to farm other stuff. Because you know I didn't make fun of your dog. All I did was make fun of you and your dog shit financial fucking literacy. And the fact that you try to spin this as me making...
To be honest, considering the framing in which the clip that was shown from Saint commenting on the dog situation, it is very hard to see that he was making fun of the dog. Maybe he's making fun of the situation because of the narrative of CJ is an irresponsible adult, which for a lot of people that's fair, because people love to see adults be held accountable. But still, remember that one? Oh, I'm supposed to remember that one? Okay, so apparently there's more information for that to be debunked. Okay.
Making fun of your dog with cancer just shows how desperate you are to try to salvage whatever is left of this disaster of a YouTube channel. Just know, this is the final video we're going to be making about you, because I don't have time.
I feel like that won't age well. Yeah. I don't think that's going to be the case. But we'll see.
And it's not worth my time to deal with a future homeless person, because that's where you're headed when you spend more time where you're going to prioritize S6, R5, and gacha units over having a savings fund.
He already made one today. I'm not surprised.
Gacha characters over having a savings fund. You're the exact example of what a gacha player should not be. A fucking idiot. Question for you, chat. Imagine that you're this guy's dog, and you found out that your owner spent all of the money that was supposed to be used on your medical savings on gacha characters. Is this guy a good dog owner if he spent all of the money that should have been used for savings on gacha characters? Just think about you being like a kid, and this is like maybe like your college fund or something, and like you found out they spent it all on gacha characters. That's what's going on here. He's begging his community for money to refill his fund because he spent it all on gacha characters.
By the way, repeating lies doesn't make them right. I'm just saying. Because he keeps repeating the same thing. It doesn't make them right. Because I know it works. When you keep repeating something and a lot of people keep buying into it, the more you repeat it, it starts to become the truth. No, we are not buying.
That's it. That's all that's going on over here. And if you think that's behavior that doesn't deserve some sort of, I don't know, commentary, what are we doing here? Because this is the exact type of shit that you attribute to the most deranged, the most delusional, and the most irresponsible people on the planet. And who's surprised that this guy just happens to be one of those? And so I pose a question. Who's worse, him or Hassan? Anyways, that's going to be it for the...
What? What? What the hell? Where did that come from? Is it because of Hassan shocking his dog? What the fuck? Bro, what is wrong with you? What? Jesus Christ. He's comparing someone that's going hard, crying, spending thousands and thousands of dollars, even to the point where he had to reach out for support to save their dog's life, to someone who's literally seen on camera abusing their dog. What the fuck? Here we go. This is 2026's Rocha C6 from Genizad. So last year we had Genizad with Rocha C6. Now we have CJ with this. We just keep making the crazy insinuations. Jesus Christ.
This one, ladies and gentlemen, a nice short and sweet video, but I just decided, hey, this would be an awesome opportunity for us to, again, quell some misinfo that's obviously being...
Oh, we're quelling misinformation? Really? By spreading more misinformation? Wow, what a big boy.
Spread, because it's just as easy as breathing for some individuals like this making stuff up about me. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.
Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. Yeah, I think for the first time ever, I'm gonna drop a dislike. For the first time ever, I'm gonna have to drop a dislike on this one. This is just dirty. Like, I get we want to win and we have to win in this drama game and all this childish middle school bullcrap, But this is just disgusting. This is a line that we're not supposed to cross. There are lines to this game we're not supposed to cross. Yes, business is business. Yes, all that stuff. But there must be lines there must be rules. There are literal rules to war. You know, war, the worst atrocity humans can commit. There's rules to that too, because we must remain somewhat human even at our worst. Even in combat, there are rules. You cannot play dirty. And you know, fighting is violence. Imagine having rules in violence. So it's like, what are we doing? What the hell are we doing? To be honest, Saint has crossed that line before, just like he did with Cap, saying they were dating just to get a win. You need to watch CJ's video now, please. You can see the debunking. Yeah, I guess we're going to have to get to that later then, man. So yeah, I guess we're going to be due for a lot of back and forth on this one. So yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Be seeing you.